Hi guys, welcome back. It is Lupe here, and as you can see, or maybe not, Kimberly is here.
Hello.
And today we just did our third exploration at campus, so I do want to go into that. But before
I'm already familiar with it.
Yeah, she's been there for a couple years. But before
you can always learn more.
Before we get into that, I do want to have a bit of a conversation with you guys. And it came up through one of the comments on my posts. I share my videos and I share pictures a lot with certain groups of the visually impaired, guide dog groups and stuff like that. And even though I kind of don't understand the comment that they were trying to say, I'm gonna take it as I took it and talk about it. So apparently, well, the first one that commented was that people that use canes in a new area before to explore.
They said that they think it's a myth. Like, they were like, I wish people wouldn't believe the myth that you need your white cane before you take your dog.
Yeah.
Or before working
so
your dog.
That comment didn't bother me because everyone has their opinion, right? Like, I am the type of person that if I don't understand and I know you, I'd rather you explain than me go like, oh, like, no, what? That's crazy.
And by the way, there is such a thing as tactile landmarks. It's not just visual landmarks. Like, I don't know, my speaker is to my left. Like, that's a visual landmark, but there's also like
the ACs too.
Yeah, but there's also like the ACs, you know, behind you to your slightly to your right.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's many different ways to have. There's different ways to have landmarks.
And the reason she's talking about this because the second person that commented was answering to the first comment, and this is a comment that I don't understand. They were talking about sighted what?
I don't know. Sighted like something.
Let's just say the comment didn't really make sense.
I'll look it up because I don't want to give the correct information.
And also, when I first heard it, I also felt like she was kind of judging me and my guide dog, which is Ethos, and his work. So what I want to explain a little bit here before she reads out the comment is that me personally, in order to be comfortable in an area, I need to have a map of that area in my head. In order for me to do that, I need to get
sorry to interrupt you, but especially if it's like a new area, but like a big area too. On top of that, like an open area, like a campus. You know, we're at a college campus, a place that she's gonna frequent a lot, like a lot in the next 2 years. It's not like it's like going to the mall. You know, it's like going to the mall. You need to know, like, oh, if I go this way, then this way is where Starbucks is. If I go to the other way, then this is where the Apple store is. You know, it's the same concept, just in a bigger area.
Yeah. So I personally, like I was saying, I need to have a map. I need a map in my head. Even if it's not perfect, I need to know where I am and where things are, just in case, you know, oh, I found, like, let's say I want to go to the library, but I end up in a building with pillars at the front or something. I'm not saying that there is such a thing on the campus, but I'll say, okay, I know where I am, now I need to go this way. Even like audible landmarks, like Kimberly said, example, the air conditioning. Over there can be, I don't know, maybe an echoey area or something. But I need to create my map, and this is what bothered people, that I took my cane to campus before I went with Ethos. I didn't say it was easier. I even said it was a game changer.
It was like, to them it was like pointless to go with your cane. Like, oh, why are you going with your cane when you're gonna be working your dog?
Yeah, and also in that same comment, I kind of felt like she was kind of this is how I took the comment as well, is that the dog should know where they're going. And I'm like, no, it's a team. Teamwork means the handler needs to know where you are and where you're going. Then you give directions to your dog.
Yeah, because again, it's like someone going to a new mall. You know, you're gonna have to look at the directory to find out where you want to go.
Even for sighted people, exactly.
You know, it's like that. Like, you need to look at a directory to be like, oh, this is the store I want to go to. Let's go this way.
And so as blind people, we can't do that. We can't look at a directory. So what we do, I have friends that have functioning vision or sighted friends to go with us and tell us where everything is. You might just go with your guide dog, and that's perfectly fine. But
either way, like, the point is, you have to, at some point, if you want to get to a specific store, are going to find a way to get that information one way or another, whether that's looking at the directory or asking someone that works at the mall, or asking a kiosk employee, like, or using Be My Eyes or Aira, like, however it is. The point is that you don't just go to a new place and automatically know where you are. That doesn't happen.
And I don't know, this person has some functional vision, and they kind of are under the assumption that blind people shouldn't get guide dogs. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that this person is saying that, but maybe their experience is only with people that have functioning vision, and so they're not used to completely blind individuals, which is rare, but it could happen.
Because then you can, like, then you can just, you know, start looking around and seeing your surroundings, you know, and being like, oh, okay, I just go, you know, straight to Starbucks or left, or, you know, and that's fine. Like, of course, you use what you have to your advantage, but don't go and judge someone else who doesn't have what you have, and just because they're doing something different to what you're used to.
And I wanted to come on here for that very same reason. I didn't want people to see comments or certain other people that are social media that, you know, do their own style. Like I said, it doesn't bother me. I just wanted to share this this thing that happened to me. This is the first time I actually left Itos to explore an area. But you guys, this campus is insane. He did amazing today. Today's the second day I went with him. He's got it. Like, yes, we get a little confused because he's not understanding exactly what I want, but that's how we learn. It's not that he's putting me in danger or he's a bad guide dog. It's just that he's never been here before, or it's a new place for him.
And it's just so open, honestly. Like, it's so open that, like, any subtle change, like, makes you think, like, oh, the dog's going the wrong way. But really, it's so open that your dog actually isn't even on the wrong track at all. Like, they just moved from the left to the right.
Yeah. Okay, let's go into this comment and then talk about how today went.
Okay. So, what do you want me to read?
Don't say the name.
Well, I won't do that, but, like, do you want to read the first comment or the one?
The one with the cited stuff that confused me.
Okay. So this is what confused me, and I think for context I need to read the first one.
Oh yeah.
But basically it's what I said, like the myth, right? You're tired of, like, the myth that you have to go everywhere with the kid first before you can go there with the dog. And she's saying go everywhere, like, as if that's what she does. She goes everywhere with her cane first, and that's not true.
There's the
like,
first
they
time
just don't know. They don't know what she does, so why are you judging? Like, take a step back here. And then this other person goes, you and me both. So they agree with this person saying about
they
the
agree
cane.
with person A.
And then they're like, if their dogs can't guide,
because in the picture is me and her.
Perhaps they should try harder as sighted purveyors of a fully functional mobility method to get their dogs to work, or disqualify ones that can't guide, and not constantly put the burden on the blind. And I'm like, do you think that we are guide dog instructors? Like, we're not. Just because we say campus doesn't mean we're talking about a guide dog campus. We're talking about a college campus. And I don't know where, like, I don't know. The comment itself doesn't really, it's too wordy for me.
Not just that, but I'm confused. I'm like, do they think we have vision? Because, and this is a weird thing, you guys. Person A and person B in this group, it's been like this whole summer we've been back and forth, commenting on each other, supporting each other. You know, person A also got some really bad feedback on a story time she was kind of doing, and she wasn't asking for advice. She was just talking about experience, and we were like joking around, and I was like, that's why I was shocked. Her comment, or his comment, I'm not sure, the way my phone says it, I don't know what it is. So I was just like, wow. I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. I've never heard of this before. Apparently they did say it in training for Kimberly, but I don't remember ever hearing that in my training.
But I mean, it wasn't like going everywhere, right? Like, if you know a route, then you're fine. Go with your dog, right? Because you know the route. Like, I know the route to my Target from my house, you know?
Yeah.
But if it's a new route, take your cane so that you yourself can guide your dog, give direction to your dog, and get them to where they need to go, so that they're not, like, going back around and turning around, and all of a sudden they're creating their own, you know, map, and then they're getting all turned around, and then the next time you do the route, they're gonna think, oh, well, we had to do this the first time, so we have to do it again the second time.
Again,
which actually
teamwork.
Which again isn't, you know, isn't what you have to do, actually, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. What do you guys think? I didn't reply because, again, it didn't hurt me, it didn't bother me, it just confused me. And I really don't want people out there to think that you should not go and explore with a cane. I explore with my cane because I want to feel the, I guess, the geography of the...
It's about creating a tactile map, like she
in
said,
my head,
you know,
yes.
like,
I'm a very tactile learner. I can't say visual learner because I'm blind. So it's a very tactile learner. I don't just listen to what my cane says, but my ears, like the echo going past the library, or, you know, some buildings have these really loud little engines and I'm not sure what they are, but I heard those. Or when there's a gap between buildings, it echoes, or like the sounds like sound different.
Like, you can almost feel it. Like, you can feel the change.
Yeah. So that's what I needed with Ethos. We're going so fast, or faster, that I can't capture those very, like, to map them in my head. So for today, excuse me, today was an actually great day. I feel a lot better. Of course, I'm always going to be nervous. I'm always going to be a bit afraid. That's just me. My biggest fear is just getting confused. I get embarrassed easily. Like, if Ethos makes one mistake, I'm like, oh my god, everyone's looking at me. So that's like, oh my, you guys, I just had my lunch / breakfast, and I think I have sauce on my shirt. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so that's another thing that makes my nerves go like haywire, because I'm like, oh my god, if you make a mistake, people are gonna judge me, people are gonna do this. But I don't mean making a mistake like, oh, he hits me into something, but I mean, like, I tell him, like, oh, find the door. The Starbucks doors example, I think Kimberly mentioned this before in the previous video. It's really hard to tell which ones are the doors because they're all like seamless. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's all windows and then the glass doors. But you know, he's getting that, and that's just an example of what kind of mistakes he might make. I might tell him to go left, and he might go left in the wrong spot.
Or like Zeppelin, like, you know, he knows how to find my classroom door, but maybe he'll take me to the door that's slightly to the left, and that's not the correct door, you know? So it's like he's, again, you know, learning it.
Yeah. So we're gonna insert some clips here of our campus trip. I only took a little bit. Are you gonna want me to put the one with Zeppelin? Sure. Okay, so there's gonna be a couple clips here. So enjoy that. Where are you guys? I don't want to throw you over. This is pretty unique. We're in one of my classrooms. I'm gonna be sitting here, hopefully. But the desks have like eraser dust, and it's kind of gross. This one does, at least. It took a while. I remembered the wrong number. Here's Ethan's, and I think you saw Kimberly for a second. But I have to go up 6 sets of stairs just to get to this floor. At least I have a butt by the end of the stairs. Anyways, we're gonna now go look for Kimberly's classrooms, but this one's mine again. It's really rare for you guys to see my classrooms because there's always people in there. Okay, let's head on to the next one. Okay, so here's the first set. For those that don't know, I don't work on the stairs. And it is a choice that the howler can make. Thanks, buddy. He's like, best friend, why aren't you working her? Helping her. How about the next set? Wait, is this your floor? No, this is the third one.
This is my floor, one of my floors.
Oh, okay, so you want to start here first?
Yeah. 28, 20, 76.
He's so cute. Okay, so that's what happened today, a little bit what we experienced. We found both my classes. I feel like a fool because I was like, we got like 3 people helping us to look for a class that doesn't even exist.
It was 40-40 and the whole time it ended up being 40-44.
Yeah. So, oopsie, my bad, sorry, but they were really nice.
And I had taken a screenshot of her schedule so that I could have it, not because I'm a creep, but because I would have been like, oh, I can help you get there, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't come out. It came out like really blurry, so when I tried to look at it, it wasn't even helpful. So I'm like, there's no point in mentioning it because it's literally not helpful.
Yeah. So, it is, and as you guys saw, we were able to go in there, which is really exciting. I've never been able to show you guys 8 classrooms.
Yeah, see, and like the first, how many years have I been there? Like almost 2 years. Almost, no? Almost 2 years that I've been there, you guys. I didn't know there was a whole other entrance to King Hall. Like this whole entire time that I've been there. So that just goes to show you, you know, you're always gonna learn something new about a new environment.
Yeah. So before we, excuse me, before we go, I want to try to even describe a little bit what I sense the campus is like, because let me tell you guys, I only go down a path and try to aim for what I need. For those that didn't understand or don't understand what,
just so you guys know, sorry to interrupt you, Peter, but she's missing like a whole chunk of campus.
Yeah, like not even a whole chunk. I'm only like 1/4 of a whole thing.
Yeah, she's missing like the main walkway.
Yeah,
like she's got the gist of it, but I mean, there's still a lot to learn.
Yeah, and I hope I never get to go to those areas. But landmarks, I don't know why some people, well, not some people, specific people thought about not needing landmarks with guide dogs. Being that it's such an open campus and I can't, so there's some points where there's literally no buildings that I can use, there's no roofs that I can use, there's nothing I can use to tell me where I am, like literally. So what I've done first, my first landmark, which is my baseline landmark, is what I said in my post, was that Starbucks is my first and baseline landmark. Why? Because it's closest to access. There's a lot of tables outside. There's people there that I can ask for help.
That was my landmark when I first started. That was my whole, like, if I knew how to get there, I could get
anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
My second one, which is pretty far from Starbucks, and in between this is the worst part for me because I don't know when to turn, because like I said, open, there's nothing to indicate where I am for like a good 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes takes me to get to point A to point B. Actually 7 minutes. So I don't know, besides the library, there's nothing for me to know where I am in this walkway. So
there's just a bunch of tables.
Yeah. So when we pass the library, which is a great indicator for me, I start telling the puppy, Ethos, find the railing. Don't go crazy, you guys. Ethos is really good at, I don't know how he's doing this actually, because there is a lot of railings, I'm sure, but he always gets the one that I need. And I don't know if it's because I showed it to him first and we will kind of explore that area a little bit, but he always takes me to this specific railing, which is in front of the King Hall building. That is, the entrance is still closed, hopefully it's open soon, but it's this railing, and he always finds it, which is fantastic. The moment I get there, okay, I'm like, okay, I grounded myself again, I know where I am. And before you guys ask, like, well, how do you know if it's that one? He hasn't taken me to any other one, because I don't think in that specific area there's other ones. So we're fine there, but I can always use Be My Eyes or FaceTime Kim. And from there we go on to the next building, because I don't have morning classes there. And what I've taught him today is, oh, let's go to ET, let's go to ET. He kind of has an idea of what that means. On this path, I use a lot of the ground landmarks. There's a lot of weird dips, unique cracks, which I'm using to make sure I'm going the right way. And right toward the end of that path where I know I need to turn to the left and go into the building, I feel a building rise or a wall rise to my left. So that's another landmark. And that's what I mean. I needed to go and explore and find landmarks. It's not because Ethos is a bad guide dog. So hope you guys learned something. If you guys have questions, if you guys have any advice on how to do anything like what we're talking about, I would love to hear it. Sorry for this very long video. I just really wanted to have this conversation. So, do you have anything to say before we go?
You're starting school soon? Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to everybody that's starting school. Sorry. I just spit everywhere. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.